So it was Dromore 15 points, Coalisland 7 points in the Tyrone Senior Football Championship. It is a victory for Dromore. They are the Tyrone Senior Football Champions for the first time since 2011. Their first Tyrone Senior Football Championship since 2011, which I just said, but their first championship in 10 years. What a huge achievement for Dromore. What a huge moment for them and for their supporters and for the club. And a brilliant exhibition of football, no doubt about it, from Dromore in the second half, no doubt about it. I mean, certainly this game probably wasn't as good as some of the other games we've seen in the Tyrone Senior Football Championship so far this year. But considering the, I suppose, level of quality and the drama that was on show in the two semi-finals, this was always going to be very hard to live up to. And you could see in the first half in particular that both sides were quite cagey, not necessarily maybe quite nervous, maybe to a certain extent, but certainly both sides probably didn't click into first gear, no doubt about it. They didn't get into their best level that we know that they could play. And really, it just came from Dromore in the second half, who hit 5 unanswered points right after Paddy McNeese's goal opportunity for Coalisland. That was a big turning point really in the game. Dromore hit 5 unanswered points after that, and they had a comfortable lead. And from there, they, when you have a lead like that, Dromore knew very much to limit the space in and around their own full-back line and in and around Coalisland's full forward line and prevent those goal opportunities. And they knew they always had a massive opportunity to win the game. And Dromore were just certainly more clinical in front of goal as well, like just 4 wides in the game compared to Coalisland, who had 9 wides in total. And that was certainly a big difference throughout the game. And Dromore getting the victory, getting the win, and getting the, I suppose, the place in the Ulster Club Senior Football Championship as well. So yeah, this is the match reaction. If you could leave a like and subscribe, I would kindly appreciate it. Do a number of match reactions on the channel, which I'm sure some of you lads probably have seen already. And yeah, I mean, very intrigued by this game. Obviously a bit of a hefty price to go and watch the Tyrone Senior Football Championship on Tyrone GAA TV. So I'm sure some people probably watching this video didn't get to see the game. And look, listen, it was a very intriguing game, certainly from the offset. Like, both teams were, I suppose, waiting to get into shape, really, waiting to get into their best moments in the game. And both sides were trading, the odd point here and there. There was an early goal chance for Coalisland. Padraig Hampsey burst forward, played it into Michael McKernan, and he forced a very good save of McGale. And really, both sides were actually creating a good amount of goal chances, I felt, in the first half. But both sides actually opting to take the points. And certainly for Coalisland, they had a couple of goal chances in the first half, and they were certainly probably the team who started the better in this game, with Paddy McNeese getting the first couple of points for Coalisland. He had 3 points in the first half. Niall Devlin got a point as well. Quinn with a point there as well. Plunkett Quinn with a point. All the Quinns getting points in this game for Coalisland. So they were very impressive, certainly in the first half. They were certainly the better of the two. And Dromore, were struggling from their own kickouts, no doubt about it. And Coalisland were getting a lot of joy. Dromore conceding the short kickouts, so they're allowing Coalisland to have possession, and Coalisland certainly having more possession in the game. But for Dromore, I think the most important thing for them was, even though in the first half they weren't at their absolute best and didn't click into, I suppose, the best level that they can play, was that they went in at a half-time level. And that was huge for them, because we've seen them against Tralee and against Dungannon being, a couple of points down, 5 or 6 points down, and being able to turn it around and produce sensational comebacks in both of those two games. So the fact that they were still always in this game gave them a huge opportunity. And Emmett McNabb, I mean, what a player he is. I didn't know a lot about him, in all honesty, before this Tyrone Senior Football Championship. I'm not too sure if he's the lizard one. I think Ronan might be the lizard one, or is he Magpie? I don't really know, but it's one or the other anyways. But Emmett McNabb, what a tremendous performance. 6 points on the day, kicked a wonderful score at one stage late on in the second half to really sort of seal the game for Dromore. Oran Rafferty was really impressive as well. I think Emmett McNabb was the man of the match, in my opinion, but I think Oran Rafferty was very close as well, 3 points in the game, 2 points in the second half, popped up in some brilliant positions as well. His support play was very impressive. You had Sean McNabb with 2 points, Noel Sludden, Ronan McCusker, McCarran, Goodwin, all getting on the score sheet as well. Noel Sludden very good at supporting the play at different stages in the game. And Paddy McNeese was really the main player for Coalisland. He had 4 points in total, and certainly in the first half he was a lot more impressive. In the second half they struggled to get that ball or get that direct ball up to him. So Dromore, they managed to, I suppose, comfortably see out the game in the end. There was no real panic in the closing stages. Coalisland created, a few half chances in terms of goals, but you always felt like Dromore had enough to go and see out the game. Their fourth Tyrone Senior Football Championship in total. They hadn't won one up until 2007. Obviously won a couple between 2007 and 2011. And now they've ended a 10-year wait for the Tyrone Senior Football Championship. And what's kind of crazy is it's almost like it's gone full circle, because there's been a different team that's won the Tyrone Senior Football Championship every year since Dromore last won it. So it's almost like it went full circle. And fair play to Dromore. They march on into the Ulster Club Championship. They'll certainly be a team to watch out for, no doubt about it. They could, are they All-Ireland contenders? I mean, they certainly have some players to do so. Noel Sludden has probably been one of the best footballers in 2021, without doubt. And he was tremendous in the game as well. Like, just doing a lot of the unseen work, the turnovers, the short hand passes, picking out some players in front of him at different times as well, doing the dirty work that was probably unseen all around the pitch. And, they have good options for players coming off the bench as well. Oran Rafferty, who started the game, but he'd usually be a player coming off the bench. Like, 3 points from him was very impressive. And, it's going to make for a very competitive Ulster Club Senior Football Championship. You had Clan Éireann, who produced a huge shock over Crossmaglen Rangers today, winning their first title in 58 years. You've obviously got St. Eunan's in there as well. Kilcoo are always a team that's knocking there or thereabouts. So it's going to be a very exciting Ulster Club Senior Football Championship. A lot of teams in there with a huge opportunity to go and win it and progress on into the All-Ireland series. And I suppose for Coalisland, for them, they've had an impressive year, no doubt about it. Getting that win over Errigal Kieran was very impressive. And look, listen, in this game, in the second half, they just couldn't really, I suppose, settle into the way that a lot of people would expect them to play. And they just weren't able to create the same opportunities that they had in the first half. And Dromore were able to limit the influence, really, of Padraig Hampsey and Michael McKernan, I felt. And I thought that was probably the big difference on the day. So a huge win for Dromore. They march on into the Ulster Club Senior Football Championship. Certainly a team to watch out for. This is the match reaction as always, so if you could leave a like and subscribe, I'd kindly appreciate it. There'll be more videos coming out soon. And all the results, all the reaction show will be out tomorrow, where we look at all the big talking points from the weekend's club, senior football and hurling championship action. So do stay tuned for that. My name is Aaron. I'll see you all on the next one.